this one was a trending topic for Nigerian football in the last couple of days over Twitter. Some NFF people have been tagged as a man. If you know what I mean, as a man here and there and stuff like that. I mean, it's relating to CAF and FIFA funds that has been given to the NFF over the years. I mean, this is a conversation that, I mean, it's not new. There have been several articles calling out the NFF, several videos from different journalists, different sports creators have made over the years. But credit to the big bird on Twitter, Mobike, who ignited the flame once again, ignited the conversation once again, and a lot of big influencers, Twitter handles have jumped on it as well, calling out the NFF for accountability. And when this was trending, the NFF came out to also clear the air. They released a statement.
They spoiled it
for Nigerians who think that some people are on the NFF payroll or in the NFF pay list and paycheck. There is a mailing list for you to get information directly from the NFF. So
I'm not on that mailing list.
So yeah, you said it already. So don't think that people who put this out on social media are speaking for the NFF. It was broadcasted. If you want to be in the mailing list, you can send a request. Your email will be added, and you get informations as you want to or as you wish to get. But so I just wanted to clear the air. I've seen some Nigerians when this is being put out, they say,
I always say that people are on the NFF payroll. I always say, and I saw some post, the one that have Twitter, Facebook, FIFA's Twitter handle, where they put that stadium picture on their header. The way people reacted to it is different from how FIFA see it. Because I reached out to FIFA and I wanted to know what the message are sending, and they said that Nigeria is one of the few countries that have spent their FIFA forward money and the project is visible. There are countries who they don't even see what they do, so they were happy. They were celebrating it. I said, okay. I don't know. But that was just me doing some preliminary arrangement. And I also found out that there are so many twists and turns to this conversation.
So before you go into it deep, I know you tweeted something that it's time to deep dive into this, and some of your followers are already looking forward to it. Your deep dive.
Yeah, he's already looking like it's going to cost me a lot of money, and I'm like, why should I even spend money to do this? Because Nigerians don't believe anything. No, not true. But you want to go and spend money. Me and my wife, we sat down and we did the calculation, and we're not look like, if I want to go through this process of doing a deep dive, I know they take side with anybody. I already know my own feeling about Nigerian football, right?
Yeah.
If I talk, everybody they hate this guy that put this thing out. If Nami put out this same post like this, so people go side negative. No, Nigeria. Oh, since we didn't qualify for the World Cup, he's looking for something to tarnish Nigerian football. That's Nigerians for you. So sometimes you kind of like feel like people have it for certain people. Oh, okay, this is what you do. The job he did is fantastic job. But I think that the facts are not as clear. That's why I wanted to do a deep dive.
Yeah, so talking about the fact being clear, let's look at NFF's response to the whole, back and forth, because it trended a lot on Twitter. They sent out a mail to clear the air. I mean, the headline, monies received from FIFA and CAF are for specific purposes and audited in every circle. I'm just going to brush through it. It's a long email, long statement they put out. The Nigerian Football Federation find this expedient to reiterate that the monies they receive from World Football Governing Body FIFA and the Continental Governing Body CAF, like other federations, are usually tied to specific purposes and not gifts to the federation. The NFF said on Friday that this fresh clarification has become necessary in view of misinformation by some fellows on social media that the federation collects millions of dollars from FIFA on an annual basis, as if such monies were gifts to the federation. The country's football governing body explained that every money received from FIFA or CAF is tied to a specific purpose, and both FIFA and CAF send their auditors to audit the accounts in which the monies are received at the end of the every year. People are finding it hard because they keep saying specific purpose, so people want to see what were these specific purposes. So they went further to explain that monies meant for development purposes are usually tied to specific projects, in other words, specific projects and programs, while the FIFA forward monies are also properly specified and under strict adherence to financial regulations, compliance, monitoring and auditing at every stage of the project or program. FIFA forward projects such as the ongoing NFF FIFA Players Hostel and new training pitches inside the MKO Abiola National Stadium are subjected to strict controls, monitored and verified at every stage of the work. Every stage is verified, assessed and sanctioned before further monies are released to the FIFA approved consultants to whom the monies are paid directly. The Federation called out the mischief of the individual reeling out fictitious figures on social media, saying he would find no reason to seek clout if he has an idea of how much it costs to organize a single match of any of the national teams. The NFF is a disciplined organization that operates prudent and strict financial protocols that are within global financial best practices. The body has regularly presented its audited accounts, prepared auditors PricewaterhouseCoopers, known for its global credibility and integrity, on the floor of the Congress at every annual General Assembly. A lengthy statement to clear the air from the NFF. Now, people are still holding them accountable. They want to see these projects. They want to see what the money is being used for. Now, with your expertise and what you found out so far,
set me up. My expertise.
Because I mean, whatever trending topic about Nigerian football online, people always seek your thoughts, people always seek your opinion. So I when I saw the whole thing, I said, okay, this is one thing we are going to discuss on the show today. So what are your thoughts surrounding this whole thing? So are the figures right? The NFF making duly just use of these funds being sent out by CAF and FIFA to the federation?
In the post from Coach, that's what we call him.
Coach,
my guy. It's short. Before the tweet, this is how I got involved in this conversation. Like I always say, when I'm not preparing for a show, I'm not doing anything, I'm on social media. Social media for me is a distraction from the heavy day-to-day running of my family. That's my job. This thing we're doing here is side hustle. My real hustle is raising 3 kids that are smarter than me. It's easier to raise dumb children that are not as smart as you are, but the ones that are smarter than you, it's hard because they question everything. And my daughter is keeping my list with me now, 11-year-old. We just on our own, everybody in the house, because I bought her something, she didn't like it, I don't like her reaction, and then we're in our separate ways. It's harder to deal with that than somebody who comes on social media to insult me, right? So long story short, when I first saw it, I didn't take it serious because the figures are impossible. $20 million by FIFA to who? Which federation? How? That's one. 2.
So the figures are wrong, first of all.
That money, I don't know the context. I didn't get the context because it's just parts. FIFA cannot give anybody $20 million. So maybe he's talking cumulated figures from maybe 20 years or thereabout. I don't know. So I was trying to get that sorted out. And then the next thing, my friend Toyosi reached out to me. Have you seen what's going on? I said, what's going on? So NFF is on fire. I said, if NFF don't fire, I'd be staff. When I elect me as member of NFF, I'll not be NFF member. And I'll not be their PR. So why are you telling me? So they be your guys now. I said, no, their point of correction. It's nobody in NFF that's my guy. As a matter of fact, if there's any set of people who wants me dead and destroyed, it's them. So I don't really care. And so I start getting different calls. I start getting sometimes you start wondering, am I this important in this conversation? But then I sat back and I started looking at, the stories on both sides. NFF, with this press release that they gave, they goofed. This was the moment for them to shine. I've always said here that NFF's biggest problem, above maladministration, incompetence, zero marketing, lack of respect for data, lack of respect for marketing, lack of respect for their client, their brands that associate themselves with them, is zero knowledge of communication. Just the way they did the Siridesas and the defender was in Trustecom, just the way they did with Desire Paranozi. They've been very, very poor in their media communications. I thought that this was an opportunity for them to shine. First off, maybe 99% of Nigerians don't know how much it costs to prosecute one Super Eagles game. So when they see maybe Kenya gets maybe $500,000 from FIFA, Kenya that does not have to play to the maximum, have to pay bonuses like us, have to prosecute games like us, their government has said, okay, they don't give us $5 million, $500,000. Let us add our own 1.5 million to be 2 million and then build something. Somebody will not just oppose it against Nigeria. See what Kenya is doing, what are we doing? Or see what Uganda is doing, what are we doing? See what Tanzania is doing, what are we doing? Do they have the right to do that? Yes. They have the right to call public office holders out to be accountable. So what coach did is not wrong, it's right. Calling you to account. Now that chance that you have is not to not try to rubbish him. I think that they should have come out with the facts in very specified line items way. That's so this is what I'll do. In 2020, we got this from CAF, we got this from FIFA. These are the projects that they are specified for. For FIFA projects, like FIFA Forward project, FIFA does not give us the money directly. FIFA tell us that there is XYZ amount of money available for projects in your country. Your country is one of the selected one within this time frame. Then Nigeria will now pick up somebody that will be like a bid process. Somebody will go and tender, and then when they approve it, FIFA will not send their own person to come and check whether that person have the requisite qualification and pedigree to do that kind of project. Then they will start giving the money in installment. In some cases, NFF, knowing that Nigeria and our own bottleneck and our process, we can forward you the money. Let's say Timothy Dembo is a contractor. Timothy Dembo, we can forward you $500,000, $100,000, $200,000. Go and start the project. Once you start, they will tell FIFA, say, FIFA, this guy don't work to this place, so we forward it. Or pay us.
Yes, yeah.
Then FIFA will not ask the person, did they give you money? Have you worked? Then they'll go and check the project. That's the way it is done, right? But we're in Nigeria. Things are not always the way they seem. Things are not. This year we're in October now. Next week we'll go to November. The budget of this year, Nigeria's budget will never spend up to 30% at the year don't end. But some of that money would be recorded as having been spent. We've not passed 30% of budget implementation, but money was budgeted for Nigeria. This is the only country where approval is not released. When they went to the last World Cup in Chile, on the 17th that we won, the Osimhen squad, Osimhen, Chukwueze and the rest, that squad, the money released for them, I think that was 2017, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
2017, money was approved and released according to the budgetary system. The money didn't come out until 2019. The question you should ask yourself is, how did we prosecute the World Cup? What money did we use? Somebody must have put his hand somewhere and say, my friend, give me money. So by the time 2019 comes and they bring that money, they will use that one to offset that bill, and it might come with interest. I'm using that as an example. Yeah. So when we put all this together, we should know. But it is not my job. It is not Simobike. What's it called? The correct pronunciation of that name?
Mobike, that's
Mobike, yeah. Okay. It's not the job of Mobike to know the internal workings of the NFF. It is the NFF that is supposed to build a culture of either monthly or quarterly communication with the sporting media, where there will be a question and answer, where people will be given accreditation to come. Somebody like Mobike can come in and say, NFF will see youth football is dying in Nigeria. See the money that FIFA have given to you over the period of these years. What have you just used it to do compared to other countries in terms of infrastructural development or youth, anything that would help youth football to grow? Paying coaches, why are you owing bonus? The NFF will not come and say, oh, this is where the money went into, and these are our order of priorities. We have to do this so that we keep going. That's the reason why we don't have money left to pursue this. I don't think anybody would listen to that every month with such explanation, because now if you're doing it every month, it means that there will be continuation. We're not going to be going back and forth again. We'll continue, and then that's what accountability is all about. Nobody will ask this type of question. Nobody will need to trend with this type of situation. But because we run an FA that is like courtesan, number one, say Moku go fire, everybody they go fire. You know, they ask question whether na your mama they go fire, or whether na your sister they go fire, just they go. We can't run football like that. So that's where they are wrong. And then in their response, they should have itemized the things that, at least, even if the project never complete, itemize them clearly.
Yeah.
Where their location, what stage have we gotten to? Why did you choose this location? Why did you choose Binikabe? Why did you choose Igborodo? Why did you choose Osi College? Why did you choose all of those whys? Should be explained. The how should be explained. We shouldn't all be like Umei. When they ask you how much per kilometer of road, you start telling us that you're a professor, you are this, you are that. Oh, you that is asking the question, you're a small boy. No, we can't be like that. A country cannot run without people being held accountable. My reason of saying I want to do a deep dive is that if I also sit here and I'm flogging the NFF that they are thieves, you see, I hardly make allegations if I don't have facts. And I don't have fact to back it up. If they first will get excited, first will watch it and say, this is what we want you to do. If NFF now sue me to court to come and prove that they are thieves, and I don't have my facts, my documents, now let me go court too. Nobody go follow me. Nobody go listen to me. Remember when they want to do the coastal road? Who's a landmark should go to court, should do this. All the people will follow shout for social media now. They are not there where they don't break all the place down. Who go do what would happen, right? So for me, I think that some facts were miscued, but I'm not even blaming Mobike. I'm blaming the NFF, because if anytime somebody accuses you wrongly, it's an opportunity for you to shine and put that person in their place. Right now, they've now made a celebrity out of Mobike. So it's the NFF fault. That chance of that press release was for them to highlight and say, we prosecute. I'm the only person. I remember a couple of years ago, Nigerians did not know that the Ministry of Youth and Sports, we would always talk about, so the total budget, 98% of it go to youth. All them Timothy Danibo, NYC people. Now they shop all the money. For that, there are 3 weeks orientation, shop meat, wear white and all those things. Now that the money they go. Only 2% is left for sports. When I first said it, senior sports people were attacking me that what's all rubbish. But when they now found out that what I said is true, they all kept quiet, like they did not insult me. You understand? So we owe it a duty to research, but the NFFC owe it a duty to themselves for their integrity's sake and for the global audience, because the people who watch this drama from the beginning already think that everybody in Nigerian football is corrupt.
Because they are angry. People are angry with the situation of our football in the country. So at every opportunity to because
NFF have been
slander
running,
the NFF
have been running on results with indicators. If Nigeria qualified directly from this World Cup group, all this talk would not even be involved. They'll be talking about the re-election of Gusso. So now we've gone to playoff. There are people who, as much as I knew that this was going to be hard, the qualifiers will go, I still want Nigeria to progress, because my business is dependent on Nigeria winning. The more Nigeria win, the more I make money. That's the way it works for me. So if I am angry, I'll be jumping at this like, oh, that's true, let's put down the NFF. But I know that some things are not right. NFF, how they cannot defend themselves, I don't know. The reason why I said I want to do a deep dive is that I've been trying to get FIFA to agree to an interview. Somebody in FIFA to agree to an interview via Zoom, Riverside, anyone that they are comfortable with, to agree, so that I will get their side. I will go as far as Amaju. I will go and look for Amaju. I'll dig him out and also get him to explain his side. Talk to the NFF, because again, content creators are allowed to do anything. But if you still sit down and say that you have a small journalistic training, you will still present both sides of the story. No matter how ugly they come, no matter how much I don't like them, that's the guys in the NFF and the way they are running our football, I still owe them opportunity to have their day in court. Somebody where keep person where they catch with the murder weapon, in short, they record the killing live, still they get their day in court. So I will still owe them the opportunity to explain their side. And that's thanks to Mobike for raising this storm. It's a very good storm. It's not a storm in a teacup. It's not snow. It's not a molehill that we're calling a mountain. It's a real storm. It will get some of us to work. Those who can raise the money, those who can have the connection to make it happen, will do the whole work. Put the piece down for everybody to see and judge. Maybe it will help explain a lot of things that nobody, because I've written over 200 questions in the last 48 hours that I want, okay, this should be answered, this should be answered, this should be answered, and then piece it together. I'm even looking at my producer who is getting married. How do we do this? Do I travel tomorrow? I'm supposed to be traveling to Abuja. Like, formally, I don't want to do anything via phone, because people can tell you yes in Nigeria on phone, and then when you show up, they do like they don't know you. That's happened to me many times. So I want to go there, get engagement, sign document to say, look, I'm coming to interview you this day, make commitment to it. If I need to stay in Abuja all through for that period, I would do it, okay? But it costs a lot of money. You have to like look for money. When I'm also looking for money, I wanted to go to Morocco for the playoff. Like maybe 2 or 3 of us go to the playoff, and hopefully Nigeria conquers on the African continent, and hope for what happened for the intercontinental side of it. But hey, I'm not sure we can do that anymore. I will try. If I can do it, I'll do it. But if I cannot, fine. But on the case on the ground, well done to Mobike for what is done. It's just that I'm also hearing one side of the story that doesn't sound good. You understand? But I can't confirm it right now, and so that therefore I can also say it. If that's the side of the story where he is also coming from. As ugly as that may look, I mean, he's just done his thing. He heard a story and he decided to run with it. Whether he tries to verify the side of that story, I don't know. But like, somebody called me and said, this is the crux of the matter. And I said, if you think that's the crux of the matter, go and publicly put it at you. I'm a member of the NFF. You know, I'm not your staff.
Because it's causing a scuffle amongst journalists as well. Because
why journalists scuffling?
Go because they want some certain people to speak up. Because when things like this happen, they say, you are part of them. You can't speak up against the NFF. You can't talk against the NFF. I've seen a couple of journalists going head to head against each other, disagreeing in this same situation as well. So it's causing a whole lot, sparking a whole lot of debates. When you put out a statement,
that side of the talk is very foolish. And I keep the people in my space, I try to educate them. When something go right in Nigerian football, especially in Nigerian football, it is the players that did it. When something go wrong, it is journalists that you blame. When have we done anything right where you give credit to journalists? Why would you blame a journalist? If a journalist chooses to have an opinion, he chooses to have an opinion. If he chooses, you think everybody and I get strong chest like me. Do you think people are happy that they would? You think anybody is happy that they will come out and talk, say these players are useless, these players are misbehaving, or the NFF is doing this, and then people will not come under your comment and be insulting you? People that you think you're trying to inform, people that you're trying to prepare their mind for what is coming. A simple tweet from 2023 that I made that came true on the basis of the qualifiers of aside playoff. Exactly what I said happened, and now people is making me look like the villain. Oh, you hate this player. They started with the campaign of you hate Igbo people. They forget say na Igbo woman I marry. They forget say my children are Emeka, Ogochukwu, Kenechukwu. They forget that part, and then next thing, oh, you are beefing this player. Oh, you are jealous of this player. Man, some things that we do. You think every journalist wants to do that? Not be everybody. And then again, let's try and understand that some people did not set their career path trying to offend people in high places. I have seen somebody in NBA write to the global body not to ever give accreditation to an NBA, a basketball journalist. So he cannot go to any basketball event in Africa on the globe because he's been blacklisted. And you think everybody wants to be blacklisted? Hey, you're not speaking. The ones where they speak, they feel protect them. Nigerians generally want everybody to do eye service. So a very large, not everybody, but a very large portion of Nigerians want everybody to do eye service. A person is bad because one, is not from their tribe. Or two, it does not belong to the majority circle. People are not bad in Nigeria because of incompetence of our ability to do something. People are bad, first off, because of the tribe they are from, the religion that they practice. So when you look at it, sometimes you want to speak it like it's not worth it. Because the same thing, I want to speak it now, I'll become the bad person, everybody will turn their back on me, and I will suffer. And not every time you want to suffer. Not every time. When I left Brilla, let me give you a very good example. When I left Brilla, there were people on social media celebrating good riddance to bad rubbish. I kept quiet. It was my fight. It was my cry to cry. It was my pain to bear. No noise. I kept quiet. 16 or 18 days after, Murphy Sean left. By the time I left, when the news broke, because I just left quietly. Like my own is like, these people, I made they add value to now. I need they add value to me. You're paying me 180,000. My last year was 150 before it became 180. This is not worth my noise. You take my car. It's not worth my noise. I know who I am. I know the things that I can do. I can build from ground zero. I always tell people that take me anywhere in the world, I can build something out of nothing. Then that 16 or 18 days, the comment, because the information leaked that I've left, I moved on.
Yeah. So
the comment was aggressive. You know, even Sabi useless, and then they will say things like, "Murphy is even better than him. Murphy is a better person on radio than him." Murphy is a presenter, I'm an analyst. How you comparing us, I don't know. Then Murphy left. Now, not that Murphy left. Murphy left and ranted for 2 whole weeks. And then people started referring to me that, calm down, Elegbete left, he didn't say anything, calm down, now stay our station. Oh, I said, okay. I've gone from a bad guy to a good guy. Then, a couple of years later, they started releasing the names of thieves. You remember the sequence of thieves, where some people became FC Apology,
People brag that they are untouchable, and then they went to do video and apologize, and they were calling teams from Onitsha today, Abuja tomorrow, Kaduna, everywhere, Port Harcourt, everybody was stealing. Today the numbers were astronomical: 100 million, 150 million, 60 million, 80 million. And then now you start seeing people coming to me and say, Idafe, and be like, say, now only you the good person come out for that place. Now only your name no stain. Now only you not get bad image. But a couple of years ago, you guys wanted to kill me. That's Nigeria for you. You don't fight if you don't have the heart. So those journalists that are keeping quiet, they are keeping quiet because probably they don't want to be haunted. It's not because they don't want to talk. Some of them, they work for bosses where somebody in NFF go call, say, sack that guy. They like from what's it called, the one that died, Obaseki, till the very last ones. Everybody has put in a call for me to be fired. People have asked who is financing. Even this my online work I'm doing, people asking who is financing him, where is he getting his fund, who will deal with him, who give him the right to say this. Not be legal what they produce. Some people just can say no, we don't want him. We don't want him. He's doing well, but he's too bold. He's accusing, why would he be producing our league and he be calling us out? That's how he start producing the league. You think everybody want to lose their job like that? You know how many people will suffer because of that?
Yeah.
So not because a journalist did not speak out, people make it sound like these journalists are so independent. Una don't buy more to give them before. Shana they gather money, they buy more to give Big Brother and Nigeria people. I've been a fake story with that. Na audio news. Shana they go buy gift, they go present to them. When was the last time you see a sport journalist say, "Oh, this car that I'm driving, a fans buying for me"? Oh, my house rent this year, na fans paying for me. Oh, my children's school fees stuff. So the person that you're not giving anything, you want make you go put in neck, or may put his chest for bullet. Then when he go out of his job, you the same you that saying he's not speaking. When I say you want to do not today, na Nigeria, na you want from Mandela for Nigeria. So you gotta be careful. You got to be careful. Keep your job. Toby was bold, making noise. He went to Tracy before 2 tweets. They warned for Tracy. Say, if you try like this again, we'll come out. Somebody don't call us from Abuja. You know how many people wanted to be fired from Ikorodu? Then I found out that he's part of the owners. Toby Adepoju, everybody's darling. You think how many people you think stubborn like Edafe? How many people you think can feed themselves away from the job? Somebody kicked me out of his organization and he called every radio station, TV station, made them not employ me. You think everybody wants to deal with that kind of battle? You think so? When people say, "Oh, this guy need they talk," no. NFF first, not feed anybody. NFF not get the people in NFF. I make bold to say it. Everybody in NFF are beggars. They not get money. If you get money, you're not going to want to be NFF chairman or president. That's a very poor job. That's a useless job that you don't contribute anything. You're just a parasite and a leech on the system. There's nobody in NFF that can come and say, "I went to the NFF and I contributed this to Nigerian football." All of them are useless people. That's a very useless job to attempt for. It's like being an essay to a governor, a president, or a politician. That's a stupid errand boy's job now, right? So it's not something to be excited about. But the office give them certain powers to undo you, to oppress you, to be the ass nigger that oppresses the outside nigger. You don't want to be that. Not everybody wants to be that. So to sit and always make it look like, "Oh, this is happening," journalists are not talking. Okay, please.
Because that's one area. That's one area everybody has been looking at it from. Because when you don't speak, you're in the payroll of
all the people that are saying that are working in organization where bad thing is happening to their colleague and they're in position to speak, but they are saving their job. They can't talk because they talk. Maybe management goes side. Does that mean that management is giving them extra money? Sometimes in Nigeria, you have to pick your fight. You have to, because when you see that Shaun Kuti, one of the most outspoken person in this country. How many people they support him? You know the amount of Nigerians where they insult him. For it's not like the things anybody have not been able to come out to say this is the way you talk and lie. This is the counterfact. A country where criminals might be our national. Look, all our national heroes, all of them are criminals. That's a country where you want people to be speaking as. Speak out now. Maybe you're picking no go school. Well done.
So the bottom line is, these monies do come. The FIFA forward funds from CAF as well, but people just want the NFF to come out to say this is what the money is being, because even the stadium at is it KB, the one they showed, even it's not even up to
that rug, that green carpet.
It's not even up to standard. If that's one of the facilities
they call that stadium, it's
one of the facilities they claim to be to be building or to be renovated. Even the one Patoran can do for Ebute Metta is even better than that one we are seeing. So like you said, people just need accountability, and when there's no proper communication, people will tend to question what you do, because at the end of the day, maybe to some this money is a huge money, and they feel
the money is huge money.
It can do a lot for Nigerian football, and like I said, people are angry. Things are not going right in our football. Guso was coming out to talk about how sad he is for our national team, our cadets team football as well, the under 17s, the under 20s. They are not doing well at the moment.
If I slap him,
and he came out to say that he himself also is not happy. So these are some of the things boiling up from the NFF.
The NFF and FIFA are working on something.
I don't know if you saw that as well.
I saw Nigerian
what you make of
you saw my comment,
what you came out to say and stuff like that.
What the heck is this?
So no plan.
So NFF is the one that is not grooming under 17 for Nigeria. What are you not doing there? Global body is not running. Is that how England talk about them and FIFA? Or like it doesn't even. That's not a plan. That's just beer parlor talk. Okay. The reason why I say I want to do a deep dive, right? I'm in a place now where when I say something, I want to go home and not be thinking how to counter it. People don't like it. It's not my business. I said my truth. The reason why I want to say do a deep dive and why I'm very cautious is that I want a report on the 10 years of the money that FIFA and CAF have given to Nigeria, and then also attach the purpose, because the kind of calculation I'm seeing people making, I'm guessing they are calculating when we went to AFCON and got to semi-finals, for instance, we were giving how much? What's the money? 3 million or 5 million? $3 million, and that person will add it to the $900,000 FIFA is giving, the 500. Before you say 20 million. That's not a good way to do it. That's modeling truth and lies together. So the reason I want to do a deep dive, honestly, is to sieve this money, to separate the wheat from the shaft. Shaft is still very good, useful for something else. The wheat is used for something. But let's know, the money you get from going for a tournament, it is NFF money and the players' money. 30% of that money goes straight to the players. I remember just now, you can ask some of the players, Kenneth Tumero in particular, if you talk to him, he will tell you, I pursued the money up to CBN. CBN people were not asking me, what is your stake? Did you borrow NFF money, or did you borrow any player money that you are coming to ask us? First of all, it's not within your place to ask, but I kept pushing. You understand? That's how I got to know that there have been over 13 games bonuses. Again, I am also aware, I'll be lying to the public here if I'm not aware of what it cost the NFF to prosecute one game. And I've said that 1,000 times, people refuse to believe it. One game costs between 300 to 350 million. Now that money they're from the fundamental. Nigerian government does not give you money to run your federation every month. When you qualify for a tournament, they approve money, and it differs from one government, one president to the other. There is a president that is in power now that approves money immediately. There's a one that was there for 8 years that does not approve money at all. And even if he approves money, his ministers will press it because they don't like the person who is the NFF president. The politics of money in Nigerian football is another big conversation at the end of the day. All of those, remember one thing, when Guso came into power, the NFF was owing coaches' salaries, match bonuses, and some of that money 3.9 billion naira, 3.7 or 3.9 billion naira. While you see events are not stopping, while you see prosecuting games going everywhere, you now have to find a way to be paying that. Old coaches, the ones that have died, the players, be paying that. But while you're paying, you're owing more, because you're prosecuting game, you're running around, you're changing vendors, you're changing client sponsors. Some are signing out, they're not coming back. Coca-Cola gave you 5 million and then they signed out because they didn't get proper activation. All of those, the borrow pit deep. That's why I say I will do a deep dive. You have to be able to unbox these things. And one man that has been consistent is the general secretary, Mohammed Sanusi. He was there with Amaju. He's still here with Guso. Yeah. So we have to sit down again. As a Nigerian, like my friend Biola Kazem will say, if you are 40 and over, you are part of the problem. You must find solution. It is easy to say these guys are thieves. It is easy to say these guys are criminals. That's what Nigerians want to hear, right? But you should not also criminalize people without hearing their side of the story. That's my own take on this matter. I want to sit down with these guys. We're not friends. I don't like them. By not liking them does not mean I shouldn't hear their side of the story. When I hear their side of the story, hear this side, look at, I'm willing to fly to Birnikebi, video ram, ask them, what did this thing don't even add value to now? Why they put this thing here? I want to go to Borodo, close to Amaju village. Why they put this thing here, this waterlogged place? Why not put it here? The contractor two-way do I think it's Money Mitchell. I want to be able to talk to him that, did you do feasibility study? Why did you choose to agree to do this? Well, he's a businessman. He should be able to do business, right? All of those. Then Aussie College. What is the benefit to the environment? I'm a Warri boy. I grew up knowing that football was a thing in Warri. I don't know if football is still a thing in Warri anymore. I want to be able to talk that. But before I make authoritative statement, I should have listened to all this part, and then we're good.
All right.